welcome to Millionaire Brain Yoga. This is Brandy Vale, healing practitioner of light. What you guys are seeing is the sunrise in Maui. I'm in Kihei after manifesting a 30-day experience here in Maui with my family. Good morning. I see that a few of you guys are signed on today. Nice to have you back. I'm looking and feeling like a surfer girl myself as I get up every morning and my hair has a life of its own. Good morning, good morning. So, are you guys ready for this? You guys ready to activate the midbrain and get into the miracle side of what it means to release the poverty mind and access the miracle brain? Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. My name is Brandy Vale, and I have a little bit of a story I wanted to share with you before we begin. Now, we're going to go into the midbrain, and we're going to wake this portion of the brain up. If you guys are just now joining us, and this is the first time you're experiencing this meditation, it is so powerful. Part of my journey is basically I started doing this meditation, and I found this meditation after my son's had vaccines, and then he had a seizure after that, and I had to do my own discovery work on what the brain actually does. I mean, we all know that we have a brain, but we don't know exactly the pieces of the brain that help us function from a day-to-day and how meditation can change our life. The two work hand in hand, right? So we're cross-targeting a bunch of different words like millionaire, brain, and yoga. One hits financial liberation or financial freedom. One hits the science and the matter of what we are as a physical being. Good morning. And then yoga, which is stillness, mindfulness, no thoughts. So we're really cross-targeting a lot of different elements here, and so that I can see how that can raise some questions. So feel free to ask me any questions during this chat. In the middle of the chat, I'm going to put it on pause just so I can get down to the beautiful activation of the midbrain, and then right towards the end I will open up conversation once again. So here we go. It's Monday. It's 6:10. I'm a little bit late. In Maui. And what I've been experiencing here is the unfolding of my own thoughts. I mean, you guys have been on vacation before, right? You know, it takes you a little bit of time to get into the center of vacation mind, right? So just imagine that our brain has been on vacation mind, and we've been overthinking and over-challenging ourselves for way too long. And what that means is that we're constantly using the poverty brain, you know, the negative neocortex, the part of the brain that says, well, we have to be, do, or have. How are we going to get this? What are we going to get it? How much money is it going to cost me? And really, what the primitive brain wants us to do is dive back into the superconscious of timelessness, spacelessness, place of possibility. We're calling that the millionaire brain. To keep it simple, it's a place of limitless supply. So, what is a miracle? That's the question, right? What is a miracle? Do you guys know? Do you guys have any ideas of what miracles are and how miracles are formed? Hello. I know you guys are waking up out there. All right. Well, when a miracle happens, try to retreat your breath. Oh, well, I appreciate that. Thank you. I love you guys' support, by the way. It's really important that I have your support. Not because this is a show about Brandy and healing and life coaching, but this is because we want this to happen for our world. Right? We want to have everyone be in the millionaire brain. Yeah, we want everyone to access the place of limitless supply of abundance and prosperity. We want everyone. I mean, isn't this better for all of us? It's better for the plants, it's better for the animals. Yeah. So, let's talk about it. Let's get on with the show, right? All right. So, a little bit about my journey. I went through this experience with my son. He's 22 months old. You guys are just tuning in. You guys probably heard this before, but it was something that took me by surprise. You can only imagine your baby's laying there and he's having seizures, and you're a holistic practitioner and you have no answers except you're in flight or fight. And I was praying for a miracle. I mean, it became really human, really fast. Nothing I did in that moment changed. Nothing. And I mean, every thought went through my mind. I was using every one of the fear factors. So it took me a second to get out of that. He's okay now. Everything is functioning. He's a normal little guy, right? But I blamed, just like everybody else would, the doctors, the vaccines. You know, I blamed all the stuff around me. What it took for me to realize that I was creating this reality was when I stopped creating the fear. And when I stopped creating the fear, what showed up for me was this program. How I found this program was divine intervention, if you will. It was my own personal experience of having to go through the trauma to say, hold on a second, I'm doing meditation every single day, and I'm having different experiences, but I'm not understanding why. It's just happening to me, right? Because we can be holistic practitioners, we can be millionaires, and we can be yogis, but really, like, let's dive into the brain. I'm using this diagram. It's got like saltwater air on it now. Let's see. I probably can't find it. It's okay. We're not going to use it this morning. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Yay. Okay. I've been using this diagram because this is the outer side of the brain. This is the large brain. This is the negative, the poverty mind. This is the reactive space. Thank you, Raquel. This is the place that we have been taught is how we survive in this world. Now, roughly inside the brain, I mean, if we were to have a diagram and open this up, we have the midbrain. And when we have forgotten about the midbrain, the portion of the brain that controls the entire outer portion of the brain, what do you think is happening? We're not watering the roots when we're taking care of all of our fears, right? Through meditation and the meditative practice, we tone in and tune in, and we get into a state of consciousness where we can access the midbrain. But until now, there was no real method, right? Except to go in there and have a surgeon open up the midbrain and say, oh, this is what is happening to us. Let's activate it. But the yogis have been doing this for centuries, right? They've been going into the midbrain and activating miracles. So what is a miracle? It's a collapse in time equal to your request. That's right. A miracle. A collapse in time equal to your request. Just think about that for a moment. Let's use our frontal cortex to really think about that. I like to refer to it as samurai jumping. Yeah, it's good stuff, right? I like to refer to it as samurai jumping. Samurai jumping, and a lot of my clients know this, is when we are able to move from one destination to the next without thinking, reacting, or having to complicate it. When we go with the divine yes and the divine no, and we make decisions based on that. When you get into a state, you've activated the midbrain, you don't worry about where the money's coming from. You don't worry about how you're going to get there. You don't worry about whether or not you're going to have food on the table. You collapse time with your desire and you match it in a timeless space. Are you guys excited to create miracles? I mean, honestly, I have created 4 out of 5, 5 out of 6, 6 out of 7 miracles, and the journey keeps on going on and on and on in the midbrain. This is my personal story. I'm headed to Egypt coming up real soon in August. I had a desire, I placed it on the midbrain, and boom, I'm going on a pilgrimage with a really beautiful group in August. Who knows what's going to happen after that? So, let's go into a little bit of the activation. I'm going to do this in 3 parts because I want you to have something to take away, and I also want you to do this on your own daily. Can you do that? You committed to that? All right. So let's come into center. Let's take a deep breath in, breathing in. Just listening to the beautiful birds and the water around. I'm going to be very vocal about what you may be experiencing. So when we hear signs and signals and sounds, we're accessing the right side of the brain. So just keeping our eyes closed and just access the right side of the brain by listening to the sounds around us. Perhaps there's loud noises around you, that's fine too. And taking a deep breath in, breathing in, and releasing. And now by the sound of my voice, you're accessing the left side of the brain. Continue to access the left side of the brain. This is the logic. This is the math. It's just scanning the frontal cortex, getting familiar with the identity of you. The body is the body. Taking a deep breath in, breathing in, and releasing, and now bringing your awareness to the frontal lobe where the eyebrows meet, where the third eye is represented. This is the place of decision making. This is the place of thinking and speaking. I like to do the exercise in some of the other broadcasts of third eye back to midbrain, midbrain back to third eye to give you a density experience, the feeling. But for right now, just focus on the third eye. And taking a deep breath in and slowly walking back 5 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Finding the center of the brain and bringing the 2 together in the midbrain. Midbrain is a smaller portion of the brain. This is where miracles exist. We talked about miracles and what they are. It's where your desire matches timelessness, collapsed time. So let's activate that with the color and the frequency of the infrared. And visualize a red light pulsating, massaging that midbrain. If you want miracles, this is the way to do it. This is the primordial brain, the one we forgot about. You're in the golden age right now, the raising of the consciousness, the raising of the awareness of how powerful we truly are. And the truth and the knowledge that we have is limitless. Limitless supply. Limitless. This is the place of the midbrain. Continue to activate the midbrain using the color of infrared, and we're waking it up. You can begin to scan from the right to the left, to the left, to the right. Midbrain sits right where pineal gland is, allowing us to have the hormonal balance that allows us all of the energetic access to the different realms, the different feelings, sensations. Wonderful. If there's any part of you that wants something so deliciously divine right now, I want you to place your heart on your hand and your hand on your heart. And begin to feel the heart and the midbrain working together. And it's beating to the rhythm. I'm imagining that raising of the red frequency in the tone. And slowly walking up and through the throat, out through the midbrain, and out to the frontal cortex, where the third eye begins. And slowly coming back into the now for the second portion. May not seem like this is a lot of activation, but there is a lot of work happening right here for your miracle. There's people who want their problems to be solved. People go all around the world to find a guru, to find a god, to find a goddess. There are people praying right now for miracles. People around the world are no doubt suffering. People in the world are no doubt in survival mode. This activation is so important, and I want you to bring this wisdom to as many people as possible. When a miracle starts happening in your life, because they're starting right now, they're starting today, by you simply saying yes and going in there and doing this activation, simple activation, you are changing the molecular form of who you are. When you change, the people and things around you change. So, it's a simple idea. In order to make thoughts manifest, this is part 2. In order to make thoughts manifest, you have to have a thought. And then that thought becomes matter. And in order to have that matter stay consistent with your highest desires, we need to define what that is. So what is the miracle you're requesting today? I want you to independently think about that miracle. Okay, I got mine. You guys ready? We're going to go into the second portion of activating the midbrain. So closing the eyes and coming into a deep, deep breath in, breathing in. Finding ourselves once again in the third eye, the place of perception, the place, a light along the path, the intuitive being, the psychic being. And just walking that back into towards the midbrain and the 5 steps in towards the midbrain once again. And just taking that deep cleansing breath as we clear the poverty mind by using the color of blue. Breathing in and taking in the atmosphere of the sky. No clouds, filling the midbrain with the color of blue. And allow that color of blue to matriculate in through your cellular system. Feel it upon each breath, the color of blue expanding the midbrain, cleansing and detoxifying, clearing the poverty mind. Allowing that blue to extend past the midbrain and into the larger neocortex, which is the larger brain. Taking a deep breath in, breathing in, and releasing all through our body temple. Cleansing and detoxifying the poverty mind. There's nothing to do in the midbrain. There's no problem to be solved here. We're collapsing time. We're raising the frequency in the field, preparing ourselves for miracle. In order to have a miracle, you need to make space. You need to make space in the midbrain. Now I want you to soup this up just a little bit and place your left hand on your belly just below your navel and your right hand just on the back side, right where compassion and heart rate, balance and coordination, just right here. The crown chakra. Begin to draw that energy the same way you did with the red. Continue to draw the energy with the blue, matching it with your breath. There's a portion of your knowing inside that collapsing time allows the miracles to exist in you. Feel the energy begin to circle through your lower belly, all the way back up to the brain. The color of blue, we enhance the likeness of balance and coordination, cleansing of the karmic field, raising the frequency and the energy through the neurotransmitters that highlight the superconscious. Taking a deep breath in, breathing in, And slowly coming back into center, back into the third eye where we began, and back out to this present moment. All right, the science behind all of this is a little bit much for us. And so I want you to take this information as just as you take a medicine. You don't need to know all the dynamics of the medicine. You just need to know that it will help create a miracle. So, along this path, the practice of the midbrain is to collapse time, timelessness and spacelessness. Just imagine your desire is the highest excitement for you, right? You want to be a millionaire, you want to have a beautiful husband or wife, or maybe you just want to be single. All of that. What is your highest excitement right now? What is the miracle you want today? And I'm sure that there's lots of different requests out there. I want you to access your miracle today. So get a real clear definition of what that looks like. Okay? So we're going to go in with part 3. I don't want to give you too much information right now. I want you to stay in the zone. So closing our eyes, coming into a deep center and breathing in and releasing. And walking through the doors of the logic, the balance, science, the matter, the math, the decisions, the speaking, right to the third eye once again. Closing each door behind us, no need for them. The thinking and the logic of the poverty mind, the negative cortex. Just go right into collapsing the time and the space, going into the midbrain, breathing in. And releasing, opening up that space once again. I'm going to ask the question. When I ask the question, I want you to place that image. I want you to feel the image. I want you to place that on the midbrain. What miracle do you want to receive today? Place it on the midbrain in the center, just as you did before with the color of red. Okay. Play with your miracle. Play with your miracle. You're receiving that miracle right now. You feel elated. You're excited. Be emotional about this miracle that's happening for you right now, right here and now as time is collapsing. Breathing in. Feel that through the body temple. See yourself shaking hands, kissing babies, celebrating, dancing. See how you flow with the smile and the glow in your skin. I like to activate the mantra to complete this right now. I will begin with Shreem Breathe. Please feel free to join me in this as I activate the divine codes that were laid out in the frequency. Stay in your miracle as I begin to deliver this code for you. Breathing in, taking a deep breath in, activating your miracle, the vision and the excitement, the emotion, already having it, it's having right now. Shreem breathe. Shreem breathe. Shreem Shreem, breathe. Shreem, breathe. Shreem, breathe. Shreem, breathe. Shreem, breathe. And coming back into center. Wiggling your fingers and your toes. Coming into the new day and letting the mantra work for you as it's already in you. Allowing yourself to see all of the particles forming in this request of the miracle as they show up for you today. They're showing up for you right now, everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. Know it. It's happening right now. So, my name is Brandy Vale. I do this for love. I do this for the greater world around us, to have a reality of all is well, the highest level of consciousness and connectedness. I'm a practitioner. I'm a personal development coach, a career coach. You guys can find out more about me on healingandlifecoaching.com. I'm going to be traveling, sharing the wisdom of this practice, putting that plan together now. So tune in on millionairebrainyoga.com, and also make sure you join the group on the Facebook group to get more details about activating the midbrain, the miracle mind. I love you. I love you so much. Please know that this is bigger than what you can imagine, so don't try to. And go about your week and this full meditation and manifestation and the living God that you are. So see you tomorrow, 6 a.m. sunrise. There's only a few more days, so make sure that you sign up for the Eventbrite so you can get the full series of the 30-day meditation. After July 5th, it will not be available unless you sign up for the Eventbrite. Go on and enjoy your miracle today. Thank you for joining us. Bye-bye.